Hi guys, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back to yet another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very much welcome. So yeah, guys, if you're new here, my name is Pilile Barbara, and thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribe, like the video, and share the video to your friends and family. Okay, you guys, let us just talk about Zandie once again. As we know, guys, we still on the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, something like that, you guys. And Zandie has been the witness on the stand, something like that, you guys. As much as I'm not good with into Zamakoti and law, but yeah, I get interested when it comes to Senzo Meyiwa murder trial and all the witnesses. And because, guys, we are some of the people who really want to see Meyiwa bethola justice. So we all know good Judge Chief was excused, and now there is a new judge that is sitting there. And yeah, guys, kuthanda kuba nzima. And I can see, guys, and uma ungumuntu listening, you can tell ukuthi, guys, yabona umuntu mekhuluma amanga vele kezwa kanti umuntu ukhuluma amanga. So I'm talking about Zandie Khumalo, guys, who is Kelly Khumalo's sister, who is another person who was there in the house when Senzo Meyiwa was killed, something like that, you guys. May he so rest in peace. We know that he died in 2014 when he was at the Khumalo house, where we know that he was married to Umandisa Meyiwa, and then he was dating with Kelly Khumalo. So he was at Kelly Khumalo's mom's house, Umamu Gladness Ntombi Khumalo, and there was Umama, there was Kelly, there was Zandie, there was Zandie's then boyfriend Ulongwe Twala, and then there were two of Senzo Meyiwa's childhood friends, Togosisi, and who else, something like that, because the names sometimes you do forget. So yeah, guys, kuningi okwenzekayo, and Zandie, she's been there, you guys. And I said to you guys before, ngati the reason why Zandie, remember, she wrote a letter to the president after it was said the Mr. President have excused Ubaba Uchifiwa Mahumera and brought the new judge Ubaba Ratha Mukhatleng. Zandie quick writing the letter to the president to say, can this thing be be fast forwarded, engathi into zingahamba ngokushesha. Ubona ukuthi nje kukhona nje unembezo othile kusa sonke lesa story sakhe sokuze ukubhala incwadi, writing to the president and da into ikanjalo. Yonke into ezwa nguZandie for me, mina ngibona ngathi nje she just makes it looks ukuthi nje kube clear that there is something that they are hiding as the Khumalos. And we always say they keep on protecting each other. Abafuna ukusho ukuthi ubani owabulala uSenzo. Let us be honest, you guys. When it comes to me, this is just my opinion. You see, those people that we have, is it 6 they accused? I do believe they are innocent. Not that I'm shooting, but I do believe those guys are innocent. And the people who were in the house, when it comes to me, are the people who we are supposed to be having they in jail arrested for Senzo Meyiwa's murder case. Because wow, Ntombazana, I'm guys, because and in this whole story you can tell with the guys there were no intruders at all. There were no intruders at all. And even Advocate Mshororo, when she was cross-examining Zandie Khumalo, do you agree with there were no intruders there? Because Zandie is just Zandie, they lying. Yazini usho loku kusasasho loku nje istory sakhe asihlangana ugel. It is very clear with everything that she said. It's something that remember when I said, when the new judge was said to be a beginning, if umuntu iscript sakhe lesasakudala mangaqamba that time all the lies and they threw away the script, uzoba nenkinga, because now you have to make sure that your story is the same thing. But when it comes to Zandie story sakhe, guys, sihluki yazini ayithangeke, you guys, like kuningi esingakusho, you guys, but it's just a lot. Zandie keeps on saying things that makes it very clear ukuthi Senzo Meyiwa was murdered. Among these guys who were in the house, they know exactly who shot Senzo Meyiwa. But when it comes to those 6 guys, and another thing that I wanted to ask you guys, because here makuloku the cross-examine Zandie, right? Zandie is talking about 2 people the guys, the intruders who came in. There were 2 of them. So if there were 2 intruders, why is it that they in jail we have 6 of people? Why is it not 2? Why is it that we do not have 2 guys arrested there because we had 2 intruders? So laba abanye abawu4 bona babanjelwe ini. Guys, we had 2 intruders. Angaze ngizokuthiwa 6 intruders. 2 of which we believe there were no intruders. It's okay, Mark. But why do we have 6 there? It's just not making sense to me, but anyways, it is what it is. And these intruders that Zandie is talking about, me and when I'm listening to this whole thing going on and on, I won't number intruders, guys. There were no intruders. It's just that I'm not just good at it when it comes into zomthetho namakhoti nanani. It's a lot to guys, but I'm just following it each and every day. Even when I'm 17, I'm just listening to this murder trial, like kuning you guys, and wow. Okay, but anyways, guys, hey, this girl. And then, guys, when it comes to me, I really wish they can just bring Khumalo to the witness stand. They must just bring Khumalo to the witness stand. Yabona ke mama ka Kelly, umama Gladness, she must come testify. Khumalo must come testify. Zandie is testifying. Ulongwe must come, and those people who were in the house. Basho kahle. Mina futhi I really wish ukuthi kube ngaba cross examiner same time. Same time. Ngathi umyasho lokho, something like that. You guys, istory sabo asikho. Nabaqeda lapho nje baqeda ukubheda babambe bayobaphosela le, because they are the ones who are supposed to be there where those guys are. But umthetho guys, angithi kumele kulandelwe umthetho. Hayi uZandie yena manga uyawaqhamba. And the rudeness, something that I wanted to mention when it comes to Zandie Khumalo, she is rude. Some of her responses were there's a day she said, ngifuna mina ukumosha istyle sami ngithatha isikhathi eside kangaka ngisilungisa. Okay, when I'm ubona ukuthi yazini ugirl, she is just rude. Wow, she's rude in court. Ake sabi nje ukuthi sangasayabhedele isimo uZandie. But anyways, you guys, it is what it is. She's trying by all means to make sure this story sakhe siyahlangana, but ngebhadi asihlangana. Imagine there something that I want to talk about when Zandie is talking about, because I was laughing at a particular part where the judge is now asking Zandie about ukuthi ngempela, because angithi she claims ukuthi there were two people who came in the house. So she's being asked about the houses ukuthi ngakubo kukuphi and then ngakomaphiri kukuphi, something like that, because for the houses ukuthi nje mangabe guys the criminals come in and barge in, mangabe abantu bangaphandle, like she said Maphiri was outside by the hanging line, and then Tabi saying the girl who was abizwa umama uMaphiri who was on the road, and people were just outside kuselokishini lana guys, people were outside. Wayena nje uphume wagijima kuMaphiri wafica umama uMaphiri phandle, uNthabiseni uphandle sestratini, umama uselayinini uyaneka, into eyikanjalo nje onganga ukuthi when people come igebengu ziyangena. Elokishini nje vele abantu bahlala bengaphandle isikhathi esiningi, there are people outside, akufana nasemakhishini. Onganga ukuthi umuntu nje mayethi people will obviously see ukuthi nazi izigebengu ziyangena kabani, right? But no one saw these people just go in there. No one saw these two intruders going ga Khumalo. No one, even the Maphiri who was outside, even Thabiseni who was on the road, akabonanga the two intruders that were coming. So ujudge uzama ukuthola lokho kuZandie ke ukuthi no one saw these people. How is it? That's why he was asking about ubudebe like the houses. She said it's across her house, Maphiri's house, something like that. She's just explaining ukuthi lendlu ila okusho khona ukuthi it's just close. It's neighbors, it's close. You know, like the neighbors ngapha kwethu nalaba opposite into ikanje we close onga ukuthi isigebengu masiyongena lapha and ngiphandle I can see. Sengasho ngithi yo ngibone kunabantu abangena kule hand, something like that, but no one actually saw these two intruders, including Thabiseni who was on the road. Asihlangani story sakaZandie guys, akuhlangani nje. This one is just something else. So I was laughing there. There was a part where people were believing ukuthi mhlambe the judge is taking Zandie's side. I don't think it's really about the judge taking Zandie's side. Angithi bazama nje guys ukuthi ba balance izinto. Angithi bona just abomthetho, they know exactly how to get you to tell the truth or that lie. Bese bayakubamba ukuthi you are telling the lie, something like that. So yeah, man, it's just a lot when it comes to this thing. So I see here they're talking about Zandie Khumalo describe her short-lived relationship with Ulongwe Twala. That is the person that I just want to because when it comes to the when the trial was still you know, Ulongwe testify, because I wasn't really watching the whole thing like now. I haven't seen Ulongwe testifying, I haven't seen okay, Khumalo. I think I've seen Umthokozisi and and the other guy, but even Zandie herself. But I haven't seen Longwe Twala. I really wish. I can't wait. Why are they not calling Ulonge? I'm just hungry for that one, But anyways, guys, when it comes to the intruders, I do not buy the story of the intruders. Khumalo, there were no intruders. The people who were in the house, they must just tell the truth about what happened, who killed Senzo Meyiwa, whether it was a mistake or it was intentional, right? Because still sakhe sekuthi omunye wangena, okay, yena wabaleka waye kitchen. Okay, yo guys, like the hair answers, the color of the hoodie, she can't remember the color of the hoodie, but mangangena abantu gqoke ijezi blue. Even after 10 years, I still remember ukuthi kunotsotsi wangena gqoke ijezi blue, but uZandie, she just responds rudely. Ugere. Hi guys, idrama kule ntombazana, but anyways, mina nje ngokwami nje I really wish abakamewa bangathola justice, you guys. I really wish these guys can just get arrested. Or if they can arrest them, these people will talk exactly who shot Senzo Meyiwa. Senzo Meyiwa was shot by someone who was in the house. Akukho intruder lapha Khumalo. Akukho intruder. If you can listen to the story, if you can listen to this to the whole testimony, right? Now guys, you will figure it out. Akukho intruder. She's just making up the story. Oh, they made up the story. Bahlala phansi beyibo just to make sure they protect each other. But who get me figure lapha? I shame. She's just doing the worst. But anyways, you guys, let me see here. Zimoja said, Zandile Khumalo describes her short-lived relationship with Ulongwe, and then she has completed her testimony in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Okay. Alright, Kelly Khumalo's sister Zandie Khumalo has been excused from court after completing her testimony as a state witness in the Senzo Meyiwa trial at the High Court in Pretoria. Zandie was on the stand for a second week in the restart of the Senzo Meyiwa trial since a new judge was appointed 2 weeks ago. Okay, and then let us see about this honeymoon phase. So State Advocate George Baloyi re-examined Zandie and asked her about the nature of her relationship with her then boyfriend Ulongwe Twala, who is a musician Chico Twala's son. So Baloyi referred to a message that Zandie sent to Longwe asking if she could sleep over at his place. Okay, how could you characterize your relationship with Longwe? Baloyi asked, to which Zandie responded, my relationship with Longwe didn't last long, and here it was still fairly new. I would say it was still in the honeymoon stage. Okay. Then Baloyi asked Zandile to describe her relationship with Longwe, and Zandile Khumalo maintained that he used to call me Angel, Baby Sunshine. Then who killed Senzo? And then before Zandie could step down, Judge Ratam said there was something that baffled him regarding Zandie's testimony. Okay. They put it to you that no two intruders ever entered the house. So have you heard that Advocate Zitulele Khumalo of the defense went further to say one of you who were in the house killed Senzo? Responding to Judge Mokgatleng, Zandie said, I heard that, but our request is that they prove it. She said that when they told her that the one of them in the house is the people who killed Senzo, she said people must just provide evidence to show that. Oh, about the intruders, there were two intruders. She said she needs them to kind of like show the proof. There were no intruders, something like that. So one moment they say there were no intruders, and then they asked me about the intruders, which is baffling. So when would we have the chance to build up the story? Others went out, and I was last to go out to go to Mapiri, the neighbor. And when we came back, we went to the hospital. When we came back from the hospital, there were police officers at home. Zandile told the court. So Mokgatleng went on to say that he was also baffled that the neighbors didn't see anyone run up or down the street, to which Zandie responded, what I know is that the people took statements of the neighbors as the contents of those statements. I have no idea. The judge went to say it was puzzling that the intruder could just vanish. Something like that, you guys. No one saw the intruders come. No one saw the intruders go. The only person who ran out after Senzo Meyiwa was down there was Ulongwe Twala. So she mentioned that she did not know where Ulongwe Twala disappeared to until she saw him. Right? Where did he go? And why did he run out all of a sudden? Kuveli goes and Ulongwe runs out, right? So when the judge was asking Zandie, no one saw anything at all. She said, "Oh, the people who Mapoisa Africa statement, I guess, and then from those neighbors, something like that." And she does not know anything about it. Statement is but the way people who really gave their statements when it comes to that, okay, and then so the next witness, a second witness in the trial, took the stand today, Khaya Ngcatshe. So I was listening to Khaya Ngcatshe, you guys. I was having a problem with Khaya Ngcatshe. I felt like when he's talking, he first thinks. Okay, he's allowed to think because he's talking about something that happened years back. So he has to think, you know. For me, she's trying to make up a story. I just wasn't, when it comes to Khaya Ngcatshe, I just wasn't, I do not know, man. He spoke about how they had everything happen, and then when they went there, and outside there's a part where he mentions they then ran makuthiwa ke kunabantu abaphume babaleka babehla ngestrati baya ngale kunepark into ikanjalo, and then they had to walk straight to the park to see usho ukuthi umuntu mangabe edubula umuntu embulela umuntu uzovana aphume lapha epark ayohlala. This person is running, so why would you just walk to the park to look for? For me, it was just not making sense because he's talking about how, as a group, they went to the park. When they got to the park, they did not see anything, and then they came back. When they came back, did he say 200 meters to go to the park? When they came back, that's when they go inside the Khumalo's house. That's when they go there, they saw Senzo Meyiwa lying there. So I'm like, sonke lesikhathi ever since nje labo bantu befikile, right? And then they shot Senzo Meyiwa, and then they ran out, they went. So he was still there on the floor lying until those guys went to the park and came back. And then they come, and then they found Senzo lying there, and then they now try to hold him to make him sit up straight. That's what he's saying. Uthe ubelele bheke phezulu, and then bafika ke bese bebuye park cabanga. So he all this time, he was still lying there. Because brother, I was just disturbed by the fact that they went to the park. After this whole incident of the shooting, there was a gun, and they were nomsindo abantu baphandle estratini. Kwathiwa hey, okay, kunabantu bagijime angazi ukusho bani ke lapho ukuthi kunabantu baphumile bagijime ngestrati kanje, the main road that he was talking about. So bona they had to then go to the park, come back from the park, and still find Senzo lying there by the passage. For me, it just did not make sense. Guys, we just act now. Say act. There was a car parked there, right? So so for those guys to go to the park to come back, and then they come back, they find Senzo lying there by the kitchen, it doesn't make sense, man. For me, when I was listening to it, I was like, okay, you went to the park, you came back. Okay, now was and why the guys did, because uteba tema bebuya bengena bamfica elele bheke phezulu bamthatha ke ngoba ubefaka i-t-shirt white, and then there was blood clothes there on his t-shirt, something like that. They wound unyana, and then bamhlalisa. After that kwenziwa imizamo ke yokuthi afakwe emotweni to be taken to the hospital, but bese bebuye epark. That's what is boring me. Bese bebuye epark. How far is the park? Like, that one just did not sit well with me when I was listening to Khaya Ngcatshe. This story is made up, man. For me, the story is just made up. You cannot, someone gets shot. Sikale sifuni gebengu. I do not know how far the park is. Sibuye back, and then we still find the person who was just still lying there. Where was the family? Umama, Zandie, Ukeli, when these guys were still going to the baby starting on this giving the doesn't make sense. That's why I think the story is just made up. No, the whole thing is just made up. And then I was watching the live, remember, ENCA, and then there were a lot of people saying, this guy sounds like he's lying. This guy sounds like he is lying. It just did not make sense to me. It just bored me to the core. How can someone get shot? It's not like sisayigijima sisayakomakhelwane sisayifuna imoto sayifuna iUber ikhona imoto la ekhaya sithatha umuntu manje simlahlele emotweni siyagijima siyofuna usizo oluphuthuma. So lokho ukuthi they had to first look for abantu okuthiwa baphume bagijima abangekho labo, because abantu abangekho labo okuthiwa baphuma bagijima baya kuphi. We then went there, safika ePark sama sabheka, and then sabuya, then sabuya sangena ke ngegate la kaKhumalo, safica uSenzo lele. All this time beze behambe beyobuya. It doesn't make sense, man. I was just bored by that part. I'm like, I put on me just making up the story, you know. But anyways, you guys, Khaya Ngcatshe, a neighbor who lived next door to Kelly Khumalo's home in Vosloorus began his testimony after Zandie. And then Ngcatshe said he thought his neighbors had a party because he heard screams. Yeah, he did mention that. And commotion the night Senzo was shot. He told the court that he then peeped through his bedroom window into the neighbor's home. Oh, it's closed. Imagine umuntu mayibuka ngefestere looking at the neighbor through the window. It is very close, you guys. Ongakuthi makukhona isigebengu esingenayo, people can see ukuthi kunabantu abangeni lapho ngathi abamkelekile, something like that. And when people will run out, people will see. So lezi gebengu lezi, the walking to the park for me was just something that was just scripted down. Okay, the way he was just okay, ngisakhumbula kunye, okay, ngathi hayi but this story is just made up. Did they pay them to lie? It's a whole lie, man. But let me see here. Then Ngcatshe said he told the court that he then peeped through his bedroom window into his neighborhood, his home, and saw a person wearing a white t-shirt with his back against the kitchen door before a shot was fired. So that's why after a shot was fired, then he was just down there. But the fact that they went to the park and begged, it does not sit well with me. That's why I then say, if you acted early, maybe he was gonna make it. If saqala safuna igebengu elokelele lapha, no. I feel like the story is just made up. It's a whole nonsense when it comes to me. These guys are, if nje kungathatha these 6 guys, umama uZandie, uKelly, uLongwe, and the 2 Senzo's friends, bayovalela iqiniso lizophuma, they must just come, all 6 of them, ibabamele babe lapha. Why do we have 6 people in the market where there were 2 intruders and then we've got 6 people there? Are 6 or 5? Correct me there. Oh, notifications. Correct me there, you guys. Mangabe there were 2 intruders, I guess we were supposed to arrest 2 people, right? Am I lying, you guys? Angaziphela mina ngizomthetho nezamacala and stuff. But why do we have up to 6 people when people who were in the house, maybe there were 2 intruders? About 4, but now why are we adding 4 to the 2? This whole thing is just a lie, man. It's just a lie. For me, no, it's just a lie. But anyways, guys, Zandie Khumalo, now, guys, you, nentombazana inamanga, futhi iyadelela, futhi nje, ayikangeki, This whole thing for me is a made up story. Futhi nje ugirl, she continues to just, contradict herself, says this, and then says that, and then says that, ayikangeki. Advocate Mshololo is telling the truth. There were no intruders. She just won't agree. But there were no intruders. As Kulmen there were no intruders. Those guys must just say what happened, whether an accident or someone was just shooting straight to Gutinje, whether they were fighting because they were drinking. There were alcohol, the ones with people were drinking, obviously, it was kind of like some party, and then people ended up fighting, and then someone got upset, and then this guy was shot by mistake, something like that, but there were no intruders. There were no intruders at all. As for the Ngcatshe guy, he's just lying. He's just lying, that guy. There is no way that one is just a lie for me. But anyways, guys, your thoughts in the comment section, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, you guys. Let us grow this channel. Please do me a favor and subscribe, and do not forget to like again the video. So you share your thoughts on the comment section when it comes to Zandie Khumalo. Keeps on contradicting herself, saying this and then saying that, and then please let me know when it comes to intruders. Do you believe there were intruders in that house, in that Khumalo house? Something like that. As for the Ngcatshe guy, that story was made up. It was just that story was just something else from the Ngcatshe guy. The testimony was just something else to me. It even bored me, you know. It even bored me ukuthi bengathi bebuye epakile. Bebuye bengene ngegate la kaKhumalo baye kitchen befica uSenzo leke salele besabuye ukuyodinga isigebengu. Hayi cha ngeke. Ngeke bafethu. Your thoughts on that one as well. Busuya like and then subscribe, then I'll meet you again on my next upload. Bye. And this thing have to swipe this.